Hello, my dear friends. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word overconsumption? Maybe it's shopping bags piling up in the car. Maybe it's scrolling late at night and hitting buy now before your brain even catches up. Or maybe it's just that feeling, like no matter what you have, it's never enough. Let's be honest. We live in a world that constantly tells us, you need more. More clothes. More gadgets. More stuff. But have you ever paused and asked yourself, why? Why do we keep reaching for more, even when we already have so much? I'll tell you a quick story. A few days ago, I went to the store to grab toothpaste. Simple. But by the time I checked out, I had toothpaste, a scented candle, 2 bags of chips, a water bottle, and a notebook I'll probably never use. I wasn't even planning to buy most of it. It just happened. Sound familiar? Have you ever done that too? That random moment where something just calls out to you, and you buy it, just because? That's impulse buying. And we all fall for it. Sometimes it feels harmless, just a little treat. But over time, these little treats add up. Not just in our bank accounts, but in our minds, our homes, our hearts. Clutter builds up. Guilt creeps in. And the happiness that momentarily sparked from buying something, it fades. Fast. Now, here's where it gets deeper. A lot of this behavior isn't just about us being bad with money or too emotional. It's about what we're constantly exposed to. Let's talk about social media. Think about it. You open Instagram or TikTok, and within seconds, someone's showing off a massive shopping haul. Another person's posting a what I got in a day video. Brands pushing ads like, you need this in your life. And suddenly, without even realizing it, we start to compare. We look at what others have, and feel like we're behind. So what do? We try to catch up. We buy what they're buying. We chase the look, the lifestyle, the illusion. But here's the thing, they're not showing you the whole picture. They're not showing the credit card debt. They're not showing the mental stress. They're not showing the buyer's remorse. They're just showing the highlight reel. And we keep falling for it. Over and over again. But let's pause right here. Think about this. When was the last time you felt genuinely happy? Was it when a package showed up at your door? Or was it when you had a deep conversation with someone you love? A walk in the fresh air? A quiet moment with yourself? That's real joy. And it doesn't cost a thing. Buying stuff isn't wrong. We all need things, and we all enjoy a little treat now and then. But overconsumption, that feeling of always needing more, it's a trap. And the first step to stepping out of it is becoming aware. So next time you're about to make a purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this? Am I buying out of boredom? Is this because I saw someone else with it? Or is it something that actually adds value to my life? You'd be surprised how many times the answer is no. And that's okay. Because the goal isn't to stop consuming completely. It's to consume consciously. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel like you're not enough. Stop chasing trends that change every 2 weeks. Instead, focus on things that really matter. Things that fill your soul, not your shelves. Remember, you are not defined by what you own. You are not behind just because you don't have the latest thing. And you don't need more stuff to prove your worth. Less truly can be more. More peace. More clarity. More freedom. Thanks for spending these few minutes with me. If this message hit home, take a moment today to reflect on your habits. Not with guilt. With curiosity. Ask yourself, what am I chasing? And what do I already have that I'm not appreciating? You've got this. Be kind to yourself. And remember, you are already enough. We all been there. Scrolling on the gram, seeing that hot new drop, adding stuff to cart like we bowlin'. And 2 days later, the package shows up and you're like, why did I even buy this? Overconsumption got us in a chokehold. But today, we flippin' the script. Let's talk how to break the cycle and finally stop letting stuff control us. First tip. Pause before you purchase. I ain't saying you can't treat yourself, but next time you're about to hit buy now, take a beat. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Or is this just a mood? Am I bored, sad, anxious, or just trying to flex for somebody? Sometimes, what you need ain't a new hoodie, it's a nap, a hug, or a walk. Second, unfollow the noise. Yep, them influencers. That non-stop feed of must-haves. It's poison, brew. You don't gotta keep up with someone who don't even know your name. Clean your feed. Follow people who talk about real life, not just products. Third, make a wish list instead of buying on the spot. Put it in a notes app, or screenshot it and come back in a week. If you still want it then, cool, maybe it's worth it. But 9 times out of 10, you'll be like, hey, I'm good. Now let's talk about mindfulness. And that don't mean you gotta meditate for 5 hours in the woods. It just means being aware of how you feel, what triggers your spending, and what really matters to you. Next time you feel that itch to buy something, sit with that feeling. Is it stress? Is it comparison? Are you just trying to fill a vibe? Once you start noticing your patterns, you can call them out. Like, oh snap, I always shop online when I'm feeling lonely. Boom, now you know. Now you can choose differently. And track your spending. I know, it sounds boring, but hear me out. You ever look back and realize you spent $300 last month on random snacks, subscriptions, and stuff you don't even remember? Tracking opens your eyes. It ain't about feeling guilty. It's about being real. Another move. Set some goals. Like, what do you really want in life? A trip. A new apartment. To be debt-free. Cool. Then every time you wanna buy something dumb, ask yourself, is this pushing me closer to my goal, or pulling me away? That question right there. Game changer. And lastly, start finding joy in other ways. Real talk. Life is more than just stuff. Cook a new recipe. Hang with your people. Journal. Dance. Laugh. Be weird. Be you. 'Cause sometimes we buy stuff to feel alive, when all we really need is to just live. So let's run it back. Pause before buying. Unfollow hype accounts. Wishlist impulse. Get mindful. Track your coins. Align your spending with your real goals. And find your joy outside the cart. You don't need the newest, shiniest thing to prove anything to anybody. You just need clarity. You just need intention. The world'll keep trying to sell you more. But you can choose better. You can choose peace, purpose, and freedom. Alright, go out there and do your thing, but this time, with your eyes wide open. Let's talk real for a sec. You ever wonder why we're always buying stuff we don't even need? Like, we be out here spending money like it's growing on trees. But deep down, we don't even know why we do it. That right there. That's overconsumption. Alright, so what's pushing us into this cycle? First up, people. Straight up, social pressure is real. Your boy pulls up in a brand new ride, your friend rocking designer shoes, and suddenly, bam, you feel like what you got ain't enough. Even if you were chilling 5 minutes ago, now your brain's like, yo, you falling behind. Next, emotions. We all been there. Bad day, rough week. You hit up Amazon at 2 a.m. and start throwing stuff in the cart just to feel better. And yeah, it gives you that little high, but then it wears off, and you're like, why'd I buy this random junk? That's emotional spending, fam. It hits hard. Then we got FOMO. Fear of missing out. You see all those limited time only, and flash sale, ads? They mess with your head. You start thinking if you don't buy it now, it's game over. But spoiler alert, that same product can be there next week, and probably cheaper. And brew, we can't forget about instant gratification. We're living in a world where everything gotta be fast. Food. Delivered in minutes. Entertainment. One click away. Shoes. Add to cart. Boom, they at your doorstep tomorrow. That I want it now mindset. It's messing with our brains. We get addicted to that quick hit of happiness, but it never lasts. And then we're chasing the next one, and the next one, and we tired, broke, and still feeling empty. Mentally, we anxious, unfocused, always thinking about what's next. Physically, our spaces are full of stuff we don't use. And all that clutter, it stresses you out without you even knowing. But hold up, it ain't just about us. Let's talk about the planet. Fast fashion. Yeah, that cheap $10 shirt you rocked once. Multiply that by billions. That industry's trashing the earth. Tons of waste, polluted water, toxic air, all for clothes we throw out like they nothing. One t-shirt takes over 2,500 liters of water to make. That's, like, 3 years of drinking water for one person, for one shirt. That ain't it, chief. So what do? Start with this. Before you buy something, pause. Like, really pause. Ask yourself, do I need this? Am I just bored? Am I trying to impress somebody? Or did I see it online and get sucked into the hype? Ain't nothing wrong with tryoting yourself now and then, real talk. But it hits different when you're buying with intention, not out of habit. Clean out your space. Unfollow them influencers that make you feel like you gotta keep up. Practice gratitude for what you got already. Because here's the truth. You don't need more stuff to feel like you matter. You already enough. You already whole. And sometimes, the real flex is saying no. Keeping your peace. Protecting your space. And choosing what actually brings you joy. So yeah, overconsumption's real. But you ain't stuck. You got power. You got choice. Let's do better, not just for us, but for the planet too. Stay mindful. Stay grounded. And remember, less junk, more joy. Want a version with humor, story, or more personal tone? I got you. Just say the word.